Welcome back to another showcase. Today I will be reviewing Monulite. This mod adds new ore, tools, and armor to Minecraft. You can also make coins as a currency to properly have a stable economy. Makes you think of investing into Monulite stocks. Alright, so we have opened up this world, and as you can see right behind me, this is actually a floating island. And this ties in with the Monulite SMP. Yeah, I did say the Monulite SMP because this mod ties in with the mod, with the SMP itself. So they kind of just correlate, or they're just connected to each other. But anyways, so this is the Monulite mod. So we have the Ingots ore and the Monulite ore. And for the Monulite ore, you have to go deep into the ground, but these things are very hard to find because it's very rare, and it's intentional because it's a lot more rare than diamond. So just look at this as like ancient debris in a nutshell. And for Ingots ore, you can find this at the stone layer, but I would say they're pretty common, but still, they could be just as rare as Monulite. And if you want to collect the Monulite ore, make sure you have a diamond pickaxe because you cannot harvest this with an iron pickaxe. But for the Ingots ore, you can possibly mine it with an iron pickaxe, but I highly recommend mining with a diamond pickaxe. And also, I do want to say this too, this mod is a work in progress, so they're still going to add some more recipes and features to the mod, because currently we cannot craft the armor, but we can wear it for now. But anyways, we're going to look at these blocks over here too, which we have is the Monulite coin molder and the Ingots coin molder. And these two blocks basically are used to print money, or just to have an alternative to make a currency. In which I was trying to say this in the overview. It means that you can convert these ores into coins to have some sort of in-game currency instead of relying on diamonds and emeralds. So it's like a lot more valuable currency that's not hyperinflated, from vanilla minerals. But anyways, in this chest here, we have is the Raw Monulite and the Raw Ingot. And you can only get these from, of course, mining the ore. And then once you do that, then you have to put it through a blast furnace, because they can only be processed in a blast furnace, but you can also process the Ingots ore, or raw ore, into the regular furnace. But once you do, for the Monulite, you get yourself a Monulite ingot, while for the raw Ingot, you actually get yourself the Ingot ooze. So look at raw Ingot as more of like a currency block. Like once you get the Ingot, you have to put it through the Ingot coin mold, in which you got to put your mold or ooze in there, and it gets turned into a coin. And I can actually show you that right now. And for the Monulite ooze, it's likewise, but all you got to do is process the Monulite ingot again to get yourself the Monulite ooze. So I can show you guys how this works. So for the Ingot coin mold, all you just need is a Ingot ooze, and it's just going to slowly process in the coin mold. And you can kind of see the little lighting there. It actually shows as being processed. And same for the Monulite ooze, which it may take a time. But I'm also aware that they have a coin mold itself, but that could just be a bug or a feature. But like again, it's still a work in progress. And then once you get this processed, you get yourself the coins. Now you could trade with players, and they have a lot of value. I'm not sure you can try to reconvert them back into their ingot counterparts, but it may be possible in the future. And once we go back into this chest, so we have here is the Monulite armor and the Monulite, the netherite armor, and we also have the Monulite tools and the netherite tools. So for the Monulite armor, it's a lot more buffier than the netherite set, because you can see the durability is a lot more higher. As an armor toughness, it's a lot higher, so it means you're able to tank in more damage. And for the Monulite tools, you can actually craft them just by using the Monulite ingots. So these are the only things that you can use with the Monulite ingot for now. But as for the armor, you cannot craft them yet. I'm not sure how, but in the future they may introduce some method of how to craft them or convert them, maybe through netherite or using diamond. And I guess that's all for the explanation for Monulite. It's a very short, small mod, to be honest, but they'll probably add some more into the future. And like again, it kind of ties in with this Monulite SMP. So there's like lore with this Monulite Ingots or the Monulite Ore itself, of how it generates power or how it makes the island lift. It's kind of like that type of complexity and stuff. I'm not much of a lore guy, but this mod ties into the Monulite SMP very well, and I will be able to take advantage of it. And it's kind of funny that I had to release this video after the announcement of the Monulite SMP. So this mod is still in a work in progress, but maybe by then the mod probably has some crafting recipes and everything. So this video may be viewed as outdated in a way, but at least I get to show you what you guys are going to encounter when downloading this mod. Now I'm wearing the armor, and this is what it looks like once you wear the full set of Monulite. It looks pretty cool. It's kind of like netherite, but greener. Yeah, that's all I can elaborate there. And it does tie in with the lore and the SMP itself. Looks kind of cool. Like, you could just stand right next to this island and you can just look at it like this. Wow, that's thumbnail material. Like, I'm wearing the Monulite armor for the Monulite SMP. How cool is that? And oh, I don't know what I clicked. I just clicked crawl, didn't I? Yeah, it's still pretty cool. But anyways, I hope you guys find this video helpful in some way. But I know this video may be outdated once it gets released, because it's going to be released after the announcement of the SMP, and this video may come out as obscure, but I just explained the fundamentals of how to use the mod at least, and then once they introduce the crafting recipes, everything should flow in smoothly. But if you guys enjoy though, then that's good, then I'm grateful. But until next time, I don't know what mod to showcase or to research, but I'll find something. But until then, see you guys next time. Goodbye.